In the middle of the night, the Demon King Berge appears in a princess's bedroom. The young woman with long blonde hair, wearing a nightgown, sits on her bed. She looks at him without fear, only calm curiosity and a serene face. Princess Hernan asks the stranger, "Who are you?" Under the bright full moonlight, Berge answers with a serious and determined look. "I am the Demon King who has come to kidnap you." A small, mysterious smile appears on Princess Hernan's face. This is a completely unexpected reaction to a kidnapping. Still sitting on her bed, she asks a bold question to the surprised intruder. "Demon King, are you sure you can handle me?" Berge feels confused by the odd question. He wonders if she thinks Demon Kings are a joke. He replies confidently, "Of course I can. I am a Demon King." To his surprise, Princess Hernan holds out her hands and offers herself willingly. "Then take me." Berge grows suspicious and asks what she is planning. Hernan thinks for a moment and says that, as a princess, she always expected something like this might happen one day. Berge refuses to be tricked so easily. He warns her not to expect him to lower his guard. He is in a desperate situation himself and will not fall for any tricks. Hernan says she is not planning anything. With clear logic, she asks how she could have set a trap when she did not know a Demon King would come that night. Berge quietly admits to himself that she has a good point. Still, he feels uneasy about the whole situation. Finally, they stand face to face. Princess Hernan seems ready to leave. She holds out her hand and says, "Then, shall we go?" The scene changes to a snowy mountain landscape. Berge in his demonic form with wings, flies toward his tall fortress. He lands, carrying the princess wrapped in a cloak. A subordinate with long black hair and pointed ears greets him. Berge orders the subordinate, named Gordon, to house her on the 4th floor. Gordon is shocked. He thought the princess would go to the dungeon. Berge explains that since she did not resist, she will get some kindness. Meanwhile, the princess waves cheerfully. Right after, Gordon approaches Berge and says he has something important to report. The scene moves to the 4th floor of the tower. It is a huge empty hall with cold stone floors. Princess Hernan sits alone on the freezing floor and whispers to herself, "I really have been kidnapped." Her thoughts wander. She compares this place to her old life. Here, there are no pillows, no blankets, no servants like in her palace bedroom. There are no beautiful gardens with fountains. This place is nothing like her kingdom, but then her face lights up with mischief and joy. In her mind, she thinks of a but, and she says to herself, "It's not that bad." Back with Berge Gordon tells him about an invitation from the Beast Tower. It is a welcome banquet for the new Demon King. Berge is doubtful. He thinks it is a weak attempt to scare and test the newcomer. The story explains that Demon Kings are too proud to work together. But a great threat named Aryan has forced them to form an uneasy alliance. Berge thinks about this. Before, he ignored the others and thought they were weak. Now, as the new Demon King, he knows he must join in. He decides to accept the invitation to make first contact. Berge and Gordon arrive at the Beast Tower, a huge stone building covered in vines in the middle of a thick jungle. On a massive throne sits a giant beast with white fur, sharp claws, and glowing red eyes. "My name is Draxon. I am the Demon King of Beasts," he says. He brags about his power. "I have ruled this place for 70 years. Berge listens in silence while Draxon mocks him. "So, you're the new Demon King. I heard you broke traditions, but you look pretty ordinary." Berge stays calm and asks directly if Draxon wants a fight. He tells him to speak plainly. Behind him, Gordon already regrets coming. Draxon laughs and finally reveals the true reason for the invitation. "Archduke Arcane told me to watch you as soon as you arrived." When Berge hears the name, he scoffs and calls the Archduke that noisy old vampire. He adds that dropping him in Aryan wasn't enough to improve his mood. This insult makes Draxon furious. "How dare you speak of the Archduke like that?" he shouts. In rage, he slams the meat he was eating onto the floor in front of Berge "Lick it," Draxon orders. "Do it, and I'll forgive your disrespect." Berge stays calm. "Demon King of Beasts," he says, "do you really not know why I'm here?" Draxon laughs mockingly. "Because you mocked the Demon King orthodoxy." A wicked smile appears on Berge face. According to that orthodoxy, Demon Kings cannot kill each other. Suddenly, Berge stomps the ground. The floor cracks, and a powerful shock wave bursts out. A crushing red aura explodes from him, sending Draxon flying through the air. Everyone freezes in shock. Berge eyes glow bright crimson. "Do you really think I would follow that rule?" Draxon lies on the ground, soaked in cold sweat and shaking with fear. He can only think, what is this aura? Terrified, he quickly tells the rest of the message. Archduke Arcane ordered him to check if Berge had kidnapped a princess. If the report was not sent within a month, Berge would lose his authority. As Berge and Gordon start to leave, Berge says casually, "I did kidnap a princess." Draxon's eyes widen in shock. Berge smiles with smug pride and adds, "But she suits my taste perfectly." Draxon and his beasts are left speechless. The scene returns to Berge's tall tower in the snow. Its windows glow faint red. In the throne room, Gordon praises Berge Diaz. You showed the true majesty of a demon king. Berge Diaz brushes it off. He is sure Draxen will not bother them again. Still, he knows they must stay ready. He tells Gordon to check on the princess while he thinks about how to use her. Snow falls quietly outside the Gothic window. Berge Diaz sits on his throne, looking worried. He admits the situation is troublesome. If the other demon kings feel the same way, things will get complicated, but his eyes grow determined. Mocking the orthodoxy has brought bigger problems than he expected. Even so, he would make the same choice again. Proud and defiant, he says to himself, I would rather die than bow my head to garbage. Berge Diaz opens his status screen. He expects only a few hundred demon energy points for kidnapping a low-ranking princess, the safest option. Instead, the number is huge, 13,000 points. Sweat runs down his face. Why do I have so many points? A notification appears. He has received a recorded message from the Beast Tower, the one Draxen promised. Berge Diaz opens it. Draxen now speaks in a fake friendly voice. New Demon King, I send this to congratulate you. Our first meeting was not pleasant, but as your superior, should help you. What you did in Arian was impressive. Perhaps your mockery of the orthodoxy was just an act. As he listens, a terrible suspicion grows in Berge Diaz's mind. His face tightens with panic. Something is very wrong. At that moment, Gordon bursts into the hall, out of breath. Demon King. We have a big problem. The fourth floor, the scene shows the fourth floor. It has turned into a beautiful paradise. Clear water flows from a waterfall. Colorful butterflies fly around. Flowers and green plants cover everything. Berge Diaz stares in complete disbelief. He cannot find words. A system window appears, fourth floor status, naturalization in progress. The barren hall is slowly changing into a living natural paradise. In the center stands the princess, gently petting slimes. Fire, wind, and cloud elemental spirits float around her. Berge Diaz realizes in horror, she has created a full ecosystem inside a magic tower. Only someone who has mastered all four elements could do this. He remembers visiting the castle for the 13th princess. But only one spiritualist on the entire continent can achieve something like this. He finally speaks to her directly. You are not the 13th princess. The princess smiles calmly while petting a slime. As I thought, you mistook me for Elena. Berge Diaz's face twists in panic as everything clicks. Wait, don't tell me you are. She gives a proud, mischievous smile. Correct. My name is Irana Hilderan. I am the first princess of the Hilderan kingdom. The scene shifts to the kingdom of Hilderan. The news spreads like wildfire, the first princess has been kidnapped by a demon king. King Ernan, Irana's father, is furious. His eyes are bloodshot with rage. Who dares kidnap my beloved daughter Irana? He roars his orders, gather the greatest heroes and the entire royal army. Now. Armored knights rush to prepare for war. The king's final command echoes with pure fury, we will behead that foolish demon king and bring my daughter back.